Good morning, children. Now we are going to do lesson 14 in English literature. The name of the chapter is A Trip to Jaisalmer. Children, you all must have heard this name because this is a city in Rajasthan. Rajasthan is a state of India. Jaisalmer is in Rajasthan and there is a famous Jaisalmer fort. Now children, in this story you are going to read about Jaisalmer fort. Now in this story, Ajit uncle and Anu Didi, and there are many other characters. Anu Didi's father is Ajit uncle and the children have gone to attend a wedding in Jaisalmer. Anu Didi wants to take the children to the Jaisalmer fort. And in this chapter you will also read about the camels who are known as ship of the desert. So I am going to read the lesson. You all will follow it. A trip to Jaisalmer. Ajit uncle lives in Jaisalmer and his house is in a part of the Jaisalmer fort. We have come here to attend his daughter's wedding. Anu Didi is our favorite cousin. She loves us a lot and plays with us all the time. This morning she said, "Children, get ready in an hour. I will take you to see the rest of the fort." Means they live in a part of the fort, and the fort in which they don't live, she wants to show them. "Anu, you shouldn't go. You should be helping with the wedding preparations," Sujata auntie scolded her. Sujata auntie is Anu's mother. She said that you don't go because there are many things to do in the wedding preparations, so you stay back. Anu Didi replied, "I am not going anywhere, mother. I am just taking my cousins around the house." The Jaisalmer fort is very big and beautiful. It is the same color as the sand, means it is just like golden brown color. But when the sun sets, it appears golden. All five of us dressed hurriedly and quickly ate our breakfast. When Anu Didi came, we were ready to go. "Do you know that we are in a desert?" she asked. "What is a desert, Anu Didi?" asked Kripa, who is the youngest. She is only 4 years old. "A desert is an area of land covered by sand. It has very less rainfall and that is why it is so dry." Mehul spoke up at once. "We learnt it at school," he added. "Correct," Anu Didi said and patted his head. During the day, the sand heats up very fast. It cools down as quickly at night. So the days are very hot and the nights cold. I said, even I wanted to show that I knew something. All of us wanted Anu Didi to praise us. Now children, that is why in the deserts the nights are cold and the days are very hot. Why? Because during the day the sand, due to the bright sun, becomes very hot. You can't walk in the sands, and in the night you will see that the sand becomes cold. Then she said, "You know, we do not have a wide variety of vegetables, fruits and flowers here. There are plenty of cactus plants though." "What are cactus plants?" asked little Kripa. Children, in deserts you don't have many vegetables, fruits and all. Why? Because where there is very less rainfall, you will find cactus, a large variety of cactus. Why? Because they don't need water. They store water in their stems. These plants do not need much water. They have tiny thorns around them. This stops the animals from drinking the water stored in them. They grow mostly in deserts, Samita added quickly. "Is that a cactus plant?" Kripa inquired as she pointed at a plant. All of us nodded our head. "Mother has it in her study," she said. "Is Delhi a desert too, Anu Didi?" No, Kripa, people keep cactus plants for show as well. They grow on their own in deserts. Our oldest cousin replied, Didi, you said that it does not rain much here. Where do people get water from? Ankit asked. From wells and underground tanks, there is a huge canal that gets us water from the river Satluj of Punjab. She told us Punjab is also a state of India, and this river Satluj flows in Punjab, and from there the people of Rajasthan they get water. I don't see any fields here, Anu Didi. Why? The curious Kripa asked. That is because there isn't enough water. You know that plants die without water, but people do grow vegetables in places near the canal. At some places, the underground water comes up. You can see palm trees and some vegetation in such areas. Can anyone tell me the name of such an area? An oasis. All of us except Kripa spoke together. Why? Because Kripa is very small. Anu Didi looked very pleased with us. She asked another question. Children, oasis is in the deserts where there is water. What is the name of the Indian desert? The Thar Desert. We replied together. I think she wanted to test our knowledge. Are there no animals in the desert? The little one asked again. Yes, of course, Anu Didi replied. There are different types of lizards and snakes. Animals such as the black buck is a reindeer, and the Indian gazelle is a bird, and birds such as peacocks live in the desert. But the most important animal is the camel. Mehul showed some camels to Kripa and said, Look, Kripa, there goes the ship of desert. I am not stupid. Mehul Bhaiya, she replied, I know that ships sail in water. Camels are animals and animals don't sail. How can they be ships? Anu Didi ruffled her hair and said, Yes, Kripa, camels are animals. They are called ships because they are so big. They can live without food or water for many days. They carry people across the desert. They also carry heavy loads. We listened to her with attention as she said, See those small hills of sand out there. They are called sand dunes. It is not easy to walk on them, but camels have special pads on their feet that keep them from sinking. What do they do when they are hungry? Asked a wide eyed Kripa. They use the fat stored in their hump for energy. They also store water in their body muscles. Children, this part of the camel is called the hump of the camel, and they store water here. Wow, the little girl exclaimed. All this seemed exciting to her. I like the idea of storing food and water in the body. Can I become a camel? She asked. We laughed at her innocent remark and ran after Anu Didi to see the fort. Now, children, this is the story which has been told by the children who had gone to see the Jaisalmer fort. So, camels, you all know about the camels. Only they can walk in that sand dune. Sand dunes are in a mound shape. They are rounded, and how are they formed? They are formed when the wind blows in the desert. Then the sand moves from one place to the other and it forms a mound. So they are called sand dunes, which you find only in the deserts. Thank you, children. Read the lesson.